Hello, time traveler. Have you noticed that the history of humanity is unfolding right before our eyes and in real time? Check it out now. 3 epic battles that changed history. 3 epic battles that changed history. The history of humanity is woven with moments of courage, sacrifice, and brilliant strategies. Among these moments, 3 battles stand out as epic, not only for the scale of the combat but for the monumental impact they had on the fate of nations and empires. Let's travel back in time and relive the emotions of these titanic confrontations. The Battle of Gaugamela, the Battle of Hastings, and the Battle of Stalingrad. Battle of Gaugamela, 331 BC. Imagine a vast battlefield where the fate of the known world hangs in the balance. On one side, the young and audacious Alexander the Great leads an army forged by discipline and innovation. On the other, Darius III stands at the helm of the imposing and numerous Persian army. The dawn rises over Gaugamela, illuminating the determined faces of Alexander's soldiers, ready to defy the odds. With a thunder of drums and the gleam of spears, Alexander launches his attack. Employing tactics never seen before, he dismantles the enemy lines, showcasing military mastery that would leave an indelible mark on history. The battlefield becomes a whirlwind of movement and clamor until, finally, Alexander's determination and genius prevail. Darius flees, and the Persian Empire begins to crumble as Alexander secures his place as one of the greatest conquerors in history. Battle of Hastings, 1066. Now, let's leap to medieval England, where a king is about to lose his throne, and the fate of a nation hangs in the balance. It is the year 1066, and the plains of Hastings are about to become the stage for a confrontation that will change England forever. On one side, King Harold II defends his crown with fierce determination. On the other, William the Conqueror brings the promise of Norman glory and dominion. The battle is fierce, with arrows darkening the sky and swords resounding in a deadly chorus. William, determined and cunning, employs strategies that confuse and demoralize the Saxons. In a crucial moment, Harold is struck down, and his troops crumble. William emerges victorious, and the Norman conquest ushers in a new era in England, transforming the culture, language, and government of an entire nation. Battle of Stalingrad, 1942 to 1943. And now, to one of the most brutal and decisive battles of World War II. Stalingrad, a city on the banks of the mighty Volga, transforms into a hellscape of destruction and despair. The German forces, commanded by Friedrich Paulus, advance with the intent to capture the city that bears the Soviet leader's name. But the Red Army, fueled by the indomitable spirit of its people, is determined to resist. The Russian winter descends upon Stalingrad, bringing with it a deadly cold that only intensifies the suffering of the combatants. The streets become battlefields, with each building, each room, fiercely contested. The siege tightens around the Germans, and the city turns into a cemetery of steel and blood. Finally, Soviet determination breaks the Axis forces, and the victory at Stalingrad becomes the harbinger of the Nazi defeat in Eastern Europe. The greatness of courage and strategy. These 3 battles, separated by centuries and continents, share a common thread of heroism and brilliant strategy. They remind us of the human cost of war and the human spirit's capacity to resist and prevail against all odds. Gaugamela, Hastings, and Stalingrad are not just names in history books. They are testimonies to the indomitable will to win and the complex tapestry of war that shapes the fate of nations. Those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it.